Who's going to get the jump? Who's going to get the whole shot into turn number 1 as the lights start to come on? And we are racing, and it is a fairly level start from the front row of the grid. And the rest of the field makes their way through. We're going 3-4 wide at the back of the grid. That's Boaton Toth making an absolute flyer of a start. Cycluna, he is pushing Munro. He's going to be on the wrong side of the circuit. He's got to be aware he might get freight trained by Cotter, but no such thing happens there. As we start seeing cars going a little bit wide. Oh, that's Denzel Taylor very wide, almost into the gravel trap. And he's now got his Mercedes teammate up the inside of him. Zach Scowen involved in that one too. And that is not too bad a job done by those guys. Good drag race going on here. Harley Marshall on Adam Betts. Betts trying to go deeper than what Marshall can. And I think Adam Betts has managed to make that work. So the number 41 up into 6th place. Now we'll see if he can close in that gap onto the back of Zach O'Reilly. Josh Hill now looking for the move. He's gotten good drive out of the final corner, and he should make that stick going into turn number 1. So Josh Hill in the Datsun Motor Corporation. And he's actually made that move work. So Ferruru starting to go backwards. Oh, we have a car around. Oh, it's Harley Marshall. He's gone around. So not sure what happened there, but he's tumbled down the order to 18th place. And we've got a crazy battle on this one. By the way, not for the lead. This is for 12th place. Oh, Ferrero runs wide, and Toth looking around the outside. I will be amazed if Toth manages to make that move work, and I think he's actually made it work. Oh, a little bit of hip and shoulder there. They're sharing door handles. But Boaton Toth, a great move around the outside. And he's going to look for another move straight away on Marsden. So Boaton Toth, man on the move here. Expect him to go backwards, though, after probably in about a lap or two's time. Oh, that is a nasty-looking battle pack there. Lawrence Smith, Clinton Love, and Harley Marshall all in close proximity to each other. As Ferreira down again, so I don't know what's going on with Shane Ferreira's Mustang, but it is not working like we saw it working at Pukekohe 2 weeks ago. Oh, here's a little move coming up here for Zach O'Reilly. He puts it up the inside. That was a brilliant move. Textbook pass by Zach O'Reilly. He finds himself in 4th place, and he's actually in striking distance of Matt Cotter as well. In fact, he's putting the pressure on Matt Cotter. Cotter moving left and right, trying to break the slipstream down that very long front straight, but I don't think it's going to really achieve anything as Zach O'Reilly, it's hard on the brakes for turn number 1. Cotter's going to squeeze him. A little bit of hip and shoulder there between Cotter and O'Reilly. I don't think there'll be anything in that between those two. So we've got a little bit of a battle pack here. Oh, Andy Castle grabbed that front brake, and he's just given a little boop to Andrew Ferguson, and he readdresses that immediately. Great sportsmanship there from Andy Castle. I don't think he needed to readdress that. It was a good move. It was just locking a brake. Sometimes you can't really help that. But I think he's done the honourable thing there to just redress that. As we see Marsden with a big dive up the inside. And that was beautifully done. At the same time, we have got Marshall making the move stick on Castle. And then Castle, actually no, it was Ferguson. So Ferguson got a little bit freight trained there by Andy Castle and Harley Marshall. And this battle pack actually goes all the way down to Clinton Love in that Cool Drive Mustang. As here comes Castle with another move. So Castle up the inside of Marshall. Can he get it pulled up? Oh, he grabs a brake, and that's going to allow a chance for Ferguson to get up the inside of Harley Marshall, and he might even get the position back from Castle. Marshall will try and follow Ferguson through, and now we're going to be almost 3 wide. Oh no, around! That's one of the Mercs, and that is Lawrence Smith. He's been turned around. I think he got together with Shane Ferreira as he gets turned around, does a quick 360 on the grass, and back into the action he goes. He joins, in fact, in front of Denzel Taylor. So, oh, he almost gets boot for his Mercedes teammate. But expect Fergo to fire straight back immediately. Oh, great heads-up driving there from Andy Castle. He saw that send. That was from another country from Andrew Ferguson. And he somehow managed to make that work. Lanes up the inside goes Harley Marshall. He has to hesitate. And Hill somehow holds on to 9th place. And now Hill runs wide, and that is the chance that Harley Marshall needed. I tell you what, you don't get away with making too many mistakes in front of Harley Marshall. We're seeing that these super soft tyres, they can go half race distance, but oh no! Ferguson's been turned around. So Faruru's getting involved in a few little bit of chaos. And he's very close this time. He might go for the move. Cotter's going to drive him to the white line. And our Bertsma will just try and park him up on the apex. Oh, perfect block pass. Cotter's going to fight back around the outside though. But our Bertsma, he's got the ideal line. But in with the switchback goes Cotter. And they're going to go side by side across the line here. But Matt Cotter will hold that position back. He sweeps in front of Albertsma. Albertsma sweeps to the inside. And Cotter slides it in. I don't know how he managed to hold on to that, but he has. And it's as you were for the last few laps. Oh, big slide for Albertsma. Oh, no. He's fallen off the track. He does manage to rejoin thanks to all the extra bit of tarmac from all the other layouts on this circuit. So he hasn't lost that much time. And he'll manage to stay in front of Betts. Oh, no. In fact, he's getting a little bit desperate behind the lap car. And, well, that is it. 3 seconds with 2 laps to go. Unless Chris Munro makes an absolute hurler of a mistake, Cicluna will not be able to catch him. Runs a little bit wide, so he does make a little mistake, but too little, too late for Dan Cicluna as, again, I feel like a broken record. Chris Munro round the final corner to take out another checkered flag. Well done, Chris. Second place goes to Dan Cicluna in the 28 Mustang. And then Zach O'Reilly comes over the line. Big slide for him. He gets 3rd place. Makes up the podium. So we'll reposition our camera here so we get the guys going across the line. Matt Cotter holds off our Bertsma for 4th place. And then we have Adam Betts just coming home. A very lonely finish, has to be said. Tyler Craig and Taylor Simmons. So here comes Simmons across the line. So Simmons happy with 7th place, and Tyler Craig should be happy with 8th place, as there goes Phil Whiteman. And then we have Harley Marshall. Decent recovery for Harley Marshall, has to be said. Got turned around very early in the piece, manages to fight back to 9th place. Josh Hill, top 10 for Josh Hill. Cheering with that. Andy Castle, I'm sure you'll be a little bit disappointed after starting in the top 10. He lost 2 positions. As Marsden and who was that? Must have been Smith or Scowen crossed the line.
Hello there. This is the editor here. At this point, I will be jumping to the race to start. However, one person we know all too well kind of forgot to be there for the race to start. And this happened.
Surely we haven't missed the start to race 2. Oh, you're joking. We have missed the start to race 2. Oh.
So to make up for this minor blooper, I will be commentating the first 2 laps of this race with a really bad Murray Walker impression. I am so sorry in advance.
Well, here we are for round 2 at the Bend for the AK Racing Supercars Championship. This is race number 2 of the day. And Josh Hill after finishing 10th in the last race, will start from pole. Harley Marshall alongside him. The revs rise. They're about to get going. And it's go, go, go. And it looks like Hill gets the best start out of a lot of them. But watch out for Simmons. Simmons gets an excellent start. He's come from 4th and he's coming up to 2nd. Well, great start from that one. And we look at the 3rd row. They're going to go 4 wide into the first corner. Craig locks up and looks like everyone's fighting for position. They fight, fight, and fight. And Cicluna up the outside. Bertsma and O'Reilly gets a shove. Bertsma gets a shove. Everybody gets a shove. And they make it somehow. They make it cleanly through turn 3, I believe it is. Joshua Hill makes a good gap on the start. And Simmons is getting pressured from Cicluna. Cicluna gets up the inside. Gets a little shove from Bertsma. And that's the only invitation that Cicluna needs to get past Simmons. As we see the race winner from race number 1, Chris Munro, he's still sitting around in 10th position. Oh, Simmons goes a little wide, and that's the only invitation that Bertsma needs to get through. Now, can O'Reilly get through? He fights, 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 looks for a move up the inside. Not quite there. He's going to go for it. He's going for it. O'Reilly overshoots the corner and shoves Simmons wide. That gives Munro the chance to go for the inside of O'Reilly. He gets a bit greedy, and Simmons is going to look for the over and under. One of the Terratech cars getting a little bit wide there, and Simmons makes a move. Brilliant move there. Great opportunistic move there on Chris Munro. Now, is Munro going to have a dive? He is. He's going to have a dive. He's going to look up, and he gets into the side of Simmons. Oh my God, this is amazing. Munro going for a spin at turn 1. Back to last position. Waiting for everyone. There's Phil Whiteman in the background. And Munro all the way down in 22nd position. Incredible.
Here comes Simmons for a bit of ascent, and Taylor gives him plenty of space. He just opened the door, rolled out the welcome mat, and that has allowed Love up the outside, but no, Taylor's decided, no, you can't go through. You're going to have to wait, but Love's saying, yes, I am. Around the outside, that is not a bad move. And, well, Taylor's at risk here of being a little bit freight trained. He's going to try and fire it back up the inside. Hughes thinks he can go around the outside as well, but that might not work out. And, in fact, Smith will just get the overlap going into the final corner. And, oh, that was a big bump. A little bit of a boop there, but thankfully Smith just holds onto it. And that's just going to be an easy position there for Chris Munro. Oh, Hill around! Oh, that was such a slow spin for Josh Hill. After such a strong race number 1, he will drop down to 8th place and make that 9th, possibly 10th as the second of the Terratech Nissans come around. And, yep, there we go. Andrew just slides up the inside. And, well, once these guys smell blood in the water, they are just ruthless. And, yep, Hill drops down to 13th behind Ferreru. As up the inside goes Cicluna, but it's a big, brave move to try and make stick there. Tell you what, he's done a pretty good job. Marshall trying to fight around the outside. He'll have the inside line for the next few corners, but Marshall unable to do anything. And Cicluna will take over 2nd place. And he'll set off in charge, in pursuit of our leader, Matt Cotter. But Cotter has already opened up a sizable gap, 3.2 seconds. Now O'Reilly pressuring Bertsma's Commodore. Oh, O'Reilly runs very, very wide. And he will drop back a little bit. It'll relieve some of the pressure off our Bertsma. So Simmons very, very close, but Castle moved, shifted the car to the inside, and Simmons has just gone, no, I want this position. He's got the elbows out, giving a little bit of a nudge there. And in fact, Simmons looks like as if he's redressing. Okay. Okay, so there you go. So Taylor Simmons has definitely backed out of it, and he has allowed Andy Castle to go through. But now Simmons with the slipstream down the front straight. A little bit of rubber banding going on here. And he's chosen the long way around again, but he will have the clean line to get on the brakes. And I reckon he's got this done. No, he hasn't. Oh! Castle just slamming the door shut, and this is bringing in Shane Ferreru into this battle. Yeah, you know what, chat, if you're not careful, I'm just going to start pronouncing everyone's name exactly the way I want to pronounce it, okay? So, as Cicluna up the outside, Cotter's forcing him to go the long way around, and watch this, Cotter will just slam the door on Cicluna. No way through. The door is locked. So Cicluna has to go back to the drawing board, I think. But he does seem to be a little bit stronger. Here comes the send. Oh, that was a blatant defensive move there from Cotter. But Cicluna just... no, Cicluna just... that's mine. I'm having it. So now Daniel Cicluna up into the lead of this race. We'll see if Cotter can respond. Oh, I thought Cotter was going to go for the send. Would have been a very brave send. Oh, it's getting really tight between Bertsma and O'Reilly and Betts. A little bit of a Morse code tap there by Albertsma, and that will be a good opportunity there for Albertsma. He sort of made that opportunity appear itself there with a little bit of a nudge. And Albertsma gets his man. So Albertsma moves up into P5. Starting to show a clean pair of heels to Betts. Oh! Jacob off the track! He's made the same mistake he made in race 1, and he's actually taken the same line. And that has allowed Betts to go back through, so the pressure has finally cracked with Albertsma. That one little error has massive consequences. I'll tell you what, Munro has done an outstanding job for getting turned around a little bit earlier in the race. We didn't see what happened. Unfortunately, we missed the start of this race. Oh my goodness, no way. That was an instant. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. I put my hand up for that one. That was my fault. I know, right? I'm going to need to make up like a curse counter for these streams. I swear. Unbelievable. And our leader is on the final lap. Daniel Cicluna. This has been a great drive for him. He would have started off 9th place. Now he sits in the lead of this race. And barring any little mistakes or commentators' curses or dreaded disconnects, I think we're going to see Scuzzy win one. He's done well to battle away with Matt Cotter. And tell you what, that is no small achievement. To go trading blows with Matt Cotter and come out on top. There's only a handful of people in AK Racing that can say that they've done that. But Cicluna just seems to get a little bit better every single season. He is now a force to be reckoned with in AK Racing. We saw Chris Munro celebrating early. Well, I think Cicluna could start celebrating right about now. He's got one corner to go. There is nothing that could possibly go wrong here. He's hit that perfectly. He's even given a little bit of a slide there, just a bit of showmanship. Well deserved. He has taken out the win for race number 2. Matt Cotter home in second place. We'll just reposition our camera so we can see everyone flying across the line. Zach O'Reilly having a very lonely race there in third place. And we go back to Harley Marshall. Oh, that's a car going a little bit sideways. That's Josh Hughes. He was battling away with Denzel Taylor just ahead of him in the Dayglow Merc. We go back to our Bertsma and Betts, so that battle has sorted itself out. Tyler Craig home in 7th. Another driver will be cheering with that. The 2 TerraTech Nissans 8th and 9th. And Chris Munro with 10th place. Be disappointed with that. Taylor Simmons home in 11th. And Andy Castle with a pair of 12th place finishes for tonight. Unless I'm wrong. Might have finished 11th in race number 1. Faruru home in 13th place, and then we go back to Clinton Love and Josh Hill. Will be Clinton Love who would come home fairly comfortably ahead of Josh Hill. Josh Hill, the early race leader. Fortunately, had a little bit of a spill early on and just binned it pretty hard and just hasn't been able to recover, unfortunately. We go back to Lawrence Smith, the highest placed Mercedes. Hopefully we get a few more Mercedes entered in this championship.